Go live. Okay. Hello. Hello. Sorry,
Live.
we are late. It's my fault or it's my technology's fault. Lord. Vivian was in here for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and I was also in here and it wasn't popping up. Like there's a thing that's like, people that are in here and I'm sitting there where there's room for to see somebody and no one was there. And I saw her message come in and I'm like, why is she this from the other day? Like, how is she here? How can I not see her? But you're messaging in the private chat. So I'm just, and my headphones are not. So I returned. What can I tell about that for a second? I don't know.
The brand new AirPods don't work.
Not as well. Okay, so I got them. They work fine with my phone. Like the original ones I got a week ago, right?
Okay.
They work totally fine with my phone. When I connect them to my TV, they're fully connected. Like the Bluetooth working, everything's fine, but there's no sound until I reset the AirPods, which means deleting them from my phone, pressing a button on the front like 10 times, reconnecting them, and then connecting to my TV again, and they work. And then I did that like 5 times, and it kept being an issue every time my TV turns off. There's no sound on them again. I have to restart the whole process. So I returned them to Walmart. And then I go to buy them from Walmart again, and they're like, because of the deal that I bought them under, which was what? It was like $30, $40 less than they normally are. Pretty cheap, under $100. Somebody came in and bought every pair of AirPods they had. So I couldn't even buy them that day from the store. And they were out of stock. I couldn't get them at the low price. So I had to buy them from Amazon, and I had to wait for them to be shipped, and they just got here last night. And the problem is still happening, which means it's probably not the AirPods. It's just having issues connecting with a TV that is an Apple. So,
Oh, I bet it is having trouble. Apple likes to keep everything in the family. It doesn't like to play nice with non-Apple
yeah,
devices.
true. Yeah. But the thing is I've connected my Apple AirPods, like my second generation or my first generation, to the TV so many times, no problem. And I've connected non-Apple devices to my TV, and it was fine. So, I don't know. And the same thing was happening with my Kindle, and the same thing applies to like my old AirPods working there. So I'm like,
Huh.
so I'm glad you couldn't hear me because I was cursing, and just like,
Oh, because you were cursing? Is that what you said? Yeah, I couldn't
yes,
hear
because you
you.
were like, I was like, could you hear me? You could see me sometimes, you couldn't hear me. I'm like, I'm cursing and I'm praying and I'm cursing and I'm praying, and like I probably should be separating those two things a little bit more, but I thought they would freaking work, and they're not working. Okay, should we move? Do you like being moved in more, right? Do you want to move in more?
Well, it doesn't matter because I don't need to see. I just need to hear,
Okay.
right? Because like I don't
Yeah.
need to see stuff. When
Okay.
it's my thing and I'm doing it, I have to see, right?
Oh.
But yeah, your thing, you're in charge. You have to see.
Let's take a deep breath. How have you been?
I've been less stressed out than you are right now.
Nothing been going on in the last 24 hours?
uh, no,
Okay.
nothing worth mentioning.
Okay. Thanks. I got some comments. I got 2 comments. Hey, Casey.
Oh, who's here?
Morning. Casey.
Casey's here.
Good
Evening,
morning.
Casey.
Good evening from Vivian. How are you doing? How's your morning been? Tina is too nice to curse. My parent, my brother and my mom are like, you should really not curse the way I curse, because I don't just say words. Like I go a little out. She's like, lady shouldn't say those words, and so very often. But yeah, I curse like I try not to curse on here because I'm like, I don't know if it's like illegal, not illegal, but like, will there be issues? Could things be taken down or something like that? And then I try not to curse on your channel because it's your channel. I don't want to be saying curse words on someone else's channel. But I probably curse one curse word every 2 sentences, probably most time I talk.
Really?
Yeah, I curse a
That
lot.
is a lot of cursing.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I only started cursing like 3-4 years ago.
I wonder why.
What was that?
Just a lot of people out in my hallway.
Squealing or something.
Yeah.
Huh. Um, I was saying like light curse words like frick and hell, and damn it and stuff like that from like the age of like 12 to 17. And then when I turned 17, I was like, can I curse? And they were like, sure. And then I asked when I was 16, I was like, can I say like big curse words, like the F word and stuff, and like the B word? And they were like, no. And then when I turned 17, they were like, you can curse now. And I'm like, no, I can't. So I took a while to be able to say like the F word in front of them and stuff like that. But now I just curse all the time, and I try to not, as I was saying before, or maybe I said it online or not, try not to pray and curse, but that's pretty hard because it's in my vocabulary. And so I'm constantly saying it. And so I'm praying and I'm just like, this is effing ridiculous. And I'm like, hold on. I should calm myself down a little bit. Let's hold on a second. You know what I mean? And I'm mad about these AirPods because I thought they were going to work. And I thought, like, I was like, this will be a new pair.
I know. I mean, it sucks. It sucks that you've like been through 2 sets of brand new AirPods.
Yeah. Yeah. And I just like, okay, they're going to work. Like, they just kind of have to work now, I assumed. And then I'm like, oh, well, they don't work. So here we are in life. What are we going to do? I don't know. It might take me a little bit longer to read because I might have to figure that out before I start playing the audiobook.
Now, why do you need the AirPods to listen?
Because with this book in particular, I don't want to play it out loud. Because, like, I don't want my parents hearing that. You know what I mean? Like, the scene with Wade and Faith. I don't need that playing out loud.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Okay. That's why some books, like, with, like, the cozies, with, like, the thrillers, like, with, like, Daisy Darker, I played some of that out loud.
Right.
Most of that out loud, I feel like. So I can do stuff like that. But with something like this,
But Wade and Faith are getting a little out of control.
Yeah. So I figured I should have headphones. I might have to go to my other headphones and connect them to the TV again. Because they work fine. But, like, okay, let's go through some headphones. Casey laughing at us.
Not laughing at me. I think she's laughing at you.
Laughing at me. Yeah, laughing at me for cursing a ton. Yeah, I just can't. It's just in my vocabulary. And, like, my dad, I grew up with my dad cursing a lot. He's Italian. And so he curses in Italian, he curses in English, and probably almost every sentence he says, there's probably every conversation we have, there's probably 3 or 4 F words in it.
Wow. That is a lot of cursing.
Yeah, and that's how I grew up.
It's a wonder that you don't curse more on here.
I try to restrict myself. Sometimes it comes out, like yesterday, I did the middle finger. I do that a lot. To bugs, mainly. Outside, I'm just like, I just can't. And my parents, like, don't curse outside. Like, you can't just scream the F word outside, because, like, that's just not appropriate.
Well, yeah, that would be awkward with your neighbors.
Yeah, so I do definitely flip the middle finger at bugs a lot, and I just restrict myself from doing it on here, because I'm like, if I'm on your channel, it's like, I don't want to be disrespectful and do that on someone else's channel, but I don't know. So, yeah. I don't know. I mean, how much do you curse?
Casey's definitely getting a kick out of all of this.
Yes. How much do you curse?
I definitely, so when I lived in New York, I got used to saying the F word because you hear it all the time. And so that became just a part of my vocabulary. And I always hated that because I hate that word.
Okay.
And I find, like, if I curse now, that's the word that comes out of my mouth. But I think it's pretty rare. Like, I have to be pretty riled up for it to come flying out. I think because I don't hear it all the time.
Yeah.
It has faded away, which is good because I hate that word.
Okay. Are there curses in Portuguese you say now?
No.
No. Do you know any curse words in Portuguese?
There was one, I was one time at a table where they tried to teach me some stuff, and I was like, I won't use this. Like, I won't. There's no reason for me to know this.
Yeah.
So I didn't like.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah. Huh. And like my dad taught me Italian curse words when I was like 5 years old. Like he taught me like all like the translations of those. And when I was trying to learn ASL, and I got back into it recently, but like on the guy I'm watching on YouTube, Bill Bacar's, he doesn't teach curse words because he's a professor and that's his job, and he's like a deaf professor who teaches ASL. Like he's not teaching curse words on YouTube, but on TikTok they teach a curse word. So I also do use ASL curse words a lot outside because I'm like, I know no one's gonna be able to hear it, probably not say it. They probably won't know. So some of the first words I learned in ASL were also curse words because I'm like, I curse a lot. I don't know.
Yeah. I never learned them. I would rather use non-curse words to express myself.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now that's not to say I don't like. I've been known to say the F word. So.
Yeah. Hey Lily, how are you doing?
Hey.
Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. It's evening for you. What's going on? Anything much going on? Saying hi to Lily and saying that it's Lily and not Martin.
So, who is Martin? Is he
Good
your
question.
husband, your boyfriend, your father, your alter ego? Like, who is Martin?
Yeah, let us know who Martin is if you're comfortable. Once again, sorry about being gone yesterday so quickly. I had dinner and then fell asleep right afterwards. That's totally fine. We were done like that after you left, probably like 10 minutes ish.
Yeah.
Like I saw what you and Mika were saying, and yeah, Mika's right. Like only like 2 hours we do. So
Yeah, the time difference is like it gets late. And it is right at the dinner hour. And so if you haven't eaten, it's
yeah. True, yeah. But you guys also do go to bed a bit earlier. I mean,
well, yeah, because you don't go to bed at all.
I actually would.
Everybody goes to bed earlier than you do.
I have been going to bed at about the same time, like same literal like 7 p.m. that you guys have been going to bed. Lately, last couple nights, I've been going to bed at 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock.
Okay.
So because my sleep schedule's been back on, and I'm tired quite earlier now, and so I've been waking up. I've been doing about 12 hours, 10 hours of sleep, 7 to like 6. So,
all right.
Yeah, it's been nice. It's been nice. Get curled up in bed, like I'm gonna go to sleep, and the light outside almost at
I was gonna say, isn't it still light outside at 8 o'clock? Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes, but you're fine, Lily. That's a bad thing. Oh, it's my boyfriend. We share an account because we only have one YouTube premium account. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Cool. Martin and Lily, that's cute. The comment. There we go. Yeah, we went to bed like 8:30 normally. Okay, and woke up at 7:30 yesterday. So 7:30 to go to work. Okay, so needed a lot of sleep. Yeah. Wow. That is a long period. Huh?
8:30 is early.
Yeah, it is early. Yeah. I'm trying to push it back a little bit more to like 7:30. For like my mom gets off work at 6:30, 7:30, like around that time. So if I'm eating dinner that she's making, I have to stay up way past that to be able to eat dinner. So yeah, but that's a lot of sleep. Yeah, but you said you had a rough day at work yesterday in the Discord, so I hope that all got sorted out and everything's okay with that. Yeah, Mika isn't here yet, but we'll wait a little bit longer, I guess. Anything else going on?
We can't wait for Mika because we're gonna have to wait an hour.
Oh, I'm dumb. I forgot.
Like we can't wait for Mika because she's going to show up with all the chapters read, and then we're
spoiling us. Okay, we're gonna read without Mika, and then Mika's gonna read. We're gonna read 3 chapters, and then Mika's gonna come back, and we'll be ready to chit chat about what we read.
Oh crap! My Kindle just died.
Oh. Like, could you have an outlet near you? Oh, there we go. Charger. Rub it in here.
Crap. All right. I'll have to go get my tablet. All right. You figure out what we're doing.
Okay. So we're doing the next 3 chapters probably because that's what Mika said she was going to read. Let me read this next comment here. It's about sleeping. Also, I have sleep issues like crazy. Took melatonin tablet last night. Slept good, but today, the whole day, I was crazy tired and I was super tired and slow. Yeah. I've never taken melatonin. I've thought about it, but yeah. Well, glad it helped you go to sleep, but hopefully you weren't too tired today at your work.
I'm going to bed early tonight. These are my famous last words, but yeah, that's my plan.
Oh, what time you thinking?
I mean, I definitely want to be in bed as close to 9 as possible.
Wow.
Yeah.
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 Sounds good.
We'll see. We will see how that goes.
Yeah. I'm hoping to stay up a good bit later tonight because my mom's making a good dinner. We're having enchiladas and she's going to make homemade queso.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Very, very excited about that so much.
That sounds delicious.
Yes. She hasn't made enchiladas in a while, so I'm excited for that. So let me get this banner ready. So we're going to read from chapter 11. Question mark. Yeah, 11 through 12, 13? 11 through 13?
Yep.
Oh, wait. Let me put that right out. 13, comma, space. Okay. Save. Nope, don't want to remove that. I want to put that there. Okay. Reading Carolina Moon by Nora Roberts from chapter 10 through chapter 13. Nope, from chapter 11 through chapter 13.
Oh, yeah, chapter 11.
Yeah.
I can't stop yawning. I have to stop. We've been talking about all of this sleeping stuff. It's making me
yawning's contagious, so I'm probably gonna start yawning too soon. From chapter 11 through chapter 13. Once finished, comment done. Okay, are we ready?
I'm excited to see what happens.
Me too.
Now that we found another victim.
Yes. Okay. All right. Happy reading. See you when
All
we're
right.
done. Okay, I believe we're all done. Let me pop down this banner. Um, that was a lot.
That was a lot.
Like, really, yeah.
I feel like we could have read one chapter, talked about it. Read the next chapter, talked about it.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't know. Mika's here. Mika read the chapters.
Well, good. Oh, good, good, good.
So let me go. There's a comment there, but I don't know if I read that comment. Let me go ahead and skip that one for now at least. Hi Mika.
Hey, Mika.
Yay.
I'm back.
And I read those chapters on the train already. Great. Awesome. That must have been a hard read on the train. Like, just like, you know, I almost started crying, honestly.
Did you?
Yeah. Like, it was, I didn't expect, maybe we should start from the beginning, but I did not expect her father to have had sexual feelings for her. And I wasn't expecting that to happen. Like, I wasn't expecting her to say that. I thought it'd be like, no, it wasn't that. He just wanted to hit me. It was like, no, he wanted to. Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was.
Yeah. I think that kind of surprised me, although it doesn't, too.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it makes sense, and that makes me think that the killer is her dad.
I think he is, too.
Yeah. So the girl,
Oh, Alice.
So Alice, right? She was the same age Hope would have been.
Yes.
And that makes me think maybe, I mean, the main character could be the last one. Like, there could have been as many murders as there were years. And
yes, I think every year he does another murder of a girl that is like a year older.
Yeah, the same age that Hope and Tori would have been.
Yeah. And
like, so, and these are not like in the one other one we read. Which one was that? Deja Dead. Like, there was like, they were like, had a hard time connecting them as serial killers, but there was the element of the statue and the dismembering.
Right.
But this is very simple. This is just a young girl being raped and murdered in the middle of nowhere. Who, like, that's really all it is. It's nothing too elaborate that would make a connection. So
yeah, it'll be. Well, I still stick by my. If girls went missing and were found raped and murdered in this small town or even in the county, right? 2 or 3, I guess even over the course of years.
Yeah.
I don't know. It would be mysterious, wouldn't it? But maybe not. I don't know. Maybe if it's one every year or one every couple of years and they're not the age and they're not I don't know.
Yeah. So it was on August 23rd. So presumably every single year on August 23rd. So she asked the lady, this is the end of chapter 12, last page of it. She asked the lady to see if there are any murders from that crime 6 years before and the 10 years after. Now, 10 years after would be when the book takes place. But 6 years before, but it was 16, so Hope should have been 8 years before, or 7 years before. But maybe that's a typo. I don't know. Because
if she's 8 when she's murdered.
Yeah, and then,
oh my God, no, she thinks it's her dad. That's why she's saying 10 years, because she would have still lived in town, right? They didn't move until she was 10.
1 year. Okay, so once they leave town.
And that would be, so she, like 6 years from the time she left town to the time Alice was killed.
Yeah, it would have been.
So maybe she doesn't think it's her dad. Maybe
But
she just thinks if somebody had been murdered, I would have heard about it in the years that I was in town.
I guess true. Yeah.
Although she's a little girl, I don't know that she would have heard about it.
Yeah. And if he killed Hope, why wouldn't he kill another? I don't get that 6-year thing, but she does say that it was exactly August 23rd, 1990 is exactly 8 years um, after her murder, which would make her have been 16, and the girl was 16 when the murder happened. So, yeah. Oh my goodness. So this Mika's comment I completely agree with. I like it much more now that we're in. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
It's definitely I'm liking every bit of it. Where I'm liking seeing Cade like talk about his sister and talk about what his life will like, and that being very. I just really liked that. That scene was hard to read, of course, but
except for a minute, I thought maybe he did kill her because
no, I
he
didn't
was
think
like, nobody knows what I know about why Tori wasn't involved. And I was like, does that mean you were involved? And that's why you know that Tori wasn't?
that. To me, I thought that was like no one really cared about her bruises, and I did. That's how I took it.
He knows something about Hope's murder that he's not sharing.
Yeah, or maybe actually I didn't take that as that. I took it as he knows about Tori's powers, but more than everyone else in town. That's how I took it as. I didn't took it as he was gonna be the one who murdered her. I'm not even gonna think about him as a murderer, but
I mean, I can't imagine that he's the murderer,
no.
but I think he knows who the murderer is, or he thinks he knows who the murderer is.
Maybe
Because how else would he be so convinced that Tori was not part of it?
Because he trusts her, because he's been in love with her since he was 12 years old.
Except he hasn't been in love with her since he was 12 years old because he talked about driving his bike right next to her and like, yeah, I would have never looked back at her. She was like, nothing.
I guess that's true. But I mean, he only said that because he was like, I can't talk to girls because like I'm a boy and I have to be like only friends with boys or whatever.
Well, right. That's what 12-year-old boys do or did back in the day. Now I think they do much more than that. But yes, back in the day when people were writing checks,
that
12-year-old boys were 12-year-old boys.
Yeah. Yeah. So, like, let's, I guess, go from the start. So what happened, that first chapter was a lot of him just kind of thinking about his sister's death and going through it. And I liked that chapter. I think it is a really good, like, example of Nora's writing, like, very immersive, very emotional.
It was a soft chapter.
Yes. Hard to read, but also soft in those elements, yeah. And then the start of the second chapter we read, that woman tries to bribe her to leave town. What a horrible person. That aggravated me so much. Like, just because her father abused her, she's trash. That's a crazy thing to say to somebody. Like,
well, not only that, like, she does think that Tori was involved in her daughter's death.
Yes, but how do you think an 8-year-old is involved in your daughter's death? Like, that just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, you're an adult.
How do you think? I think when someone shows up at my door and knows things about the murder of my daughter, that how could she know that unless she was there, right?
I think as a mom, you have to realize an 8-year-old can't be responsible for that unless they were the one who unless she was the one who literally strangled her, which I don't think she assumes she's the one who strangled and raped her. That would not.
Well, I think she thinks either that she lured Tori to this place where she would be killed, or she lured Hope, or that Tori was there while this was happening. And if Tori had just run to the house, the family would have like run out and saved her.
So
right? If Tori had been like, oh my God, she's being attacked by this man. I need to run and get help. Why don't I run and get help? But she never ran and got help, right? If she had gone and gotten help, maybe Hope would have lived. If I was the mother, I think that's what I would be thinking. I would be like, you watched this whole thing go down and you never ran for help?
Well, here's the thing is, I'm assuming she thinks the latter. I'm assuming she thinks she saw what happened and didn't run for help, because that's like the most reasonable thing you would think about an
Yeah.
8-year-old child. But at the same time, it's like that the kids in Ohio, like the people that were my age in Ohio who got murdered by Brian Kohlberger, right? You don't know about this?
No.
A group of college kids. He was 3 girls and a boy. A guy comes into the apartment at night and just slaughters them, just stabs them to death. And there was a girl in her room. She heard it all happen, and she didn't call 911. And people blame her. People are like, why didn't, like, she was terrified to talk. She was terrified to do anything. Like, she stayed in that room and hid all night long, not making a sound until the next morning, when she left the room and called 911. And people blame her, and I'm like, girl, like, if that was your kid, you'd want them staying in that room. You would want them not moving in. You would want them not saying a single word. Maybe text the police, but like, the police aren't getting there in time. That's the other reality of it as well. So even if she did do anything, she could have just put herself at risk. Like, you should. I wouldn't blame. Here's the thing: you're a grieving parent. You have the right to blame anyone. I can understand that. Blaming a child for all of these years, for what, 20 years almost? I don't know, kind of ridiculous. But me personally, I'm just like, rationally, an 8-year-old, she could have been hurt too. She's an 8-year-old girl, run through the forest, like, what?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's also possible that everybody in the world knows that it is her father that did it. And there is that alternate theory that, like, Tori, like, set the whole thing up so that her father could, do that. I don't know. It doesn't make
everyone.
sense. I don't know. No, but I mean,
I don't think everyone.
when your 8-year-old daughter is raped and murdered, I don't know that you're thinking very logically for the rest of your life.
Yeah. Yes, I guess that's true. Yeah. I don't think everyone thinks it's the dad. Like, I think it's the dad now, but I didn't really think it was the dad before this.
I sort of, the thought crossed my mind that it was the dad.
Mm-hmm.
And if I had to go on my working theory right now, I think it's the dad. Knowing what we know now, that he, like,
Agreed.
was being sexually aroused by, like, the violence. And it's somebody who's been keeping their eye on Tori and knew when Tori was back. The dad's been missing for a couple of days.
True. Yeah.
He's been hiding out, in around Tori's house, looking at her in the window. And then he was watching her when she was at the gravesite.
Oh, true. Someone is doing that. Is it the dad? I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, I don't know. I originally thought it was the groundskeeper guy, but now I'm thinking it was the dad. Yeah. I don't know. I could be completely wrong.
Because if it's the dad,
like, Nora might want me to think it's the dad. And if she does, I'm following her down the road.
Yeah. But if it is the dad, that would make sense. Because like you said, he'd been gone for a couple of days. I didn't even think about that. And then on top of that, he just sexually assaulted someone. And I was very surprised by that, because I thought none of it was sexual until she said it was very sexual.
Me too. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because I didn't have any, maybe I didn't see the hints or whatever from that, but yeah. SA is about control as much as PA is about control. Parental abuse?
Physical
abuse, okay. Is about control. I'm not surprised. Really? Okay. Yeah. I just wasn't expecting that, because I feel like that, yes, it is about control, but that's a whole other.
Well, and because we just hadn't we hadn't heard anything about that there was that sexual component to it.
No. Yeah. Yeah. And I assumed he was abusing the mom, I assumed also probably sexually too. Like we saw.
How messed up is it that she goes back to visit, and within like an hour, the guy has assaulted her, and then like runs out of the house, and the mom like runs after him
and says it's your fault, you always make it bad. Like, that is That is so, just so,
He like really has done a number on that woman.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so I wonder what's going to happen when they show up at the house.
Yeah. I don't think the father is the murderer, though the
Okay.
murderer's thoughts don't. Though the murderer's thoughts don't feel like the father's, I suspect someone younger for some reason. Okay. Okay. Well, I guess younger. I mean, how old is he? He's probably like 50 now, right? I would assume.
I mean, I don't know. The murderer's thoughts don't seem like the father, only because I feel like we have this image of the father as being this like raging, alcoholic, violent guy.
Yeah.
And the murderer seems a bit more calm, right? Calm, collected, plotting.
Yes. But if he's been plotting, all of these years to do all of these murders, I guess he would have to be calm. Never mind. That doesn't make that disproves the theory of it being the father anymore. That is true, but I don't know. I don't know. And there was also a lot about the other father. There was a lot about in the last 3 chapters, the Cade's dad as well. Yeah. I'm trying to think of anything else in those first 2, and then.
Well, Faith, again, trying to be
Oh
her.
yeah. Say it again.
Oh, okay. Wait, read this one.
Okay. I suspect someone who murdered Hope before his sexual. Okay. Before his sexual maturity, and then became his sexual identity. Like someone who was younger, like
Wade.
Like Wade. Is that what you said right after that, maybe?
Oh, I don't know. These are the only younger people that we know, sort of, are like Cade's friends. Oh, yes, Wade and Wade.
I saw that comment earlier, and I'm like, huh, that's interesting. And then I figured I'd pull it up now. There's 2 comments above that I will go back.
I mean, can you imagine? Both of those would be giant twists. And we would need a lot of explaining for this. If this is what happened, we've got a long way to go to make me believe that that's true.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be Wade. Now with Dwight, we're seeing that Dwight isn't exactly like a best friend to Cade and Wade. And Dwight's wife is clearly not exactly close with any of the women. And she kind of had a lot more going on than I expected to her in that scene in the shop. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe Dwight. I don't think it could be Wade at all. Let me go back to these 2 comments. Hold on 1 second. There we go. Okay. Maybe the murderer is someone completely new who we haven't even gotten to know yet. That could also be a possibility. It's just somebody random in town.
Right. Like the guy that runs the garden center.
Yes. Yeah.
Who the only thing we know about him is that he's greasy and creepy.
True. Yes.
Which is the perfect villain, greasy and creepy.
Yes, and we already got a little bit. We already got a little bit of something there in the beginning. So
right.
Like sexual weirdness. So we got that little thing. Oh wait, is there one more comment? Okay, no, never mind. I thought there was 2 comments. There's only 1. Somebody who would have been around the girls and very young at the time. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. Oh, sorry.
What?
Keep going.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, I'm also really curious about what happened in New York.
Oh yes. That is also the other thing. So she killed a child. Not actually. She just didn't save them. So maybe the cops were like, "Hey, we heard you're a psychic." Maybe
that's not true. The cops think she did it. Oh. Right? It said that everybody thinks that she did it. Everybody's convinced she did it.
So did she get arrested for it?
I don't know.
I mean, it's been 18 years, so if she was like, it was like an
accident. Might have done time in jail, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Or maybe everyone thought she did it, but they couldn't prove it. Like maybe she wasn't convicted.
Yeah.
But everybody thinks she did it.
Yeah. That was such a surprise.
If that is like.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it would explain why your boyfriend would dump you if he thinks you're a murderer too.
Murder of children. Yeah.
Yeah. Kid now, the second kid.
Yeah, and maybe that's why the mom still doesn't refuse to trust anything she's saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh wait, this one's already. Also, what she and Cade said about their childhood and their parents after Hope died. Yeah. Yeah, like Faith or something like that. No, but talking about how their parents kind of just stopped. Their mom, they just stopped being there for them, right? Is that what it was?
Yeah. Yeah. And that they like had this, that everyone liked, that they like Hope was then the favorite child, for the most loved or whatever.
Yeah.
And that she was then just raised to like get married and run a house. And he was raised
Yes.
to run the place, even if he didn't want to, but he did want to.
Yeah. Yeah. That was definitely.
You wonder why Faith is being so nice to Hope, though, or to Tori.
Yeah. I feel like it's kind of maybe she's I don't know. I don't think she's trying to be nice to her. I think she's just not being mean to her like she is to other people. Like Dwight's wife.
I guess, but it's like, why wouldn't she just like leave her alone and ignore her? That's what I would do.
I guess, yeah.
Instead, she seems to like be going out of her way to have interactions with her that are not antagonistic, right? That are like friendly interactions.
Maybe I think there's probably gonna be a reason for it. Maybe like I don't know. Maybe she wants to.
I don't know either.
I don't know. I think there might be a reason.
I'm skeptical, but
yeah. I don't blame Hope's mother so much. She lost her daughter, and to be honest, I wouldn't believe that Tori knew. I wouldn't believe that Tori knew because she was a psychic. True. That's true. That would be hard to believe in that moment, yeah.
I'm also not sure that 8-year-old Tori would have been able to communicate that she's a psychic.
Yes. Like she was just like,
right?
I saw it, I knew it. And
right. If that's what she's saying, then I would be like, you saw my daughter getting attacked and you didn't come and get us?
Yeah.
Right? It would be, I think 8-year-old Tori wouldn't have been able to say, had the ability to communicate, no, I saw it in my mind or whatever. Like, I don't know how psychics work, but
yeah,
I don't think anybody would have believed her.
No. And it seems like maybe Cade did believe her. And that's why he believed her when they first met, and she said the thing about his lunch. He was like, yeah, like I believe that, you know?
Maybe he believes her because he's the one that killed the little boy in New York.
I don't think that's true. He did not. I don't think Cade or Wade did any murdering. Like maybe one of them will end up murdering the killer at the end. That's a possibility. Maybe. But no, like innocent murdering. No, like murdering and raping children. I don't think. Oh, I should show this one. I'm starting to like Faith. 100% agree.
Ooh.
I'm really liking her a lot more as the book goes on. Like a lot.
Well, here's what's weird to me though, and I'm a little bit annoyed at Nora. Like now it really does seem like that one weird scene where they were fighting over the car like teenagers is so out of place and out of character for both Faith and Cade.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Because how do they go from like being childish to having that like really good conversation on the porch? Right?
Here's the thing.
Different people.
I think that's just what siblings do. I'm not saying like the extremes of it, and the extreme of it was especially like that them acting like children scene or teenager scene But I think that's pretty common with siblings to go from like hating each other one moment to like loving each other.
Not when you're grown-ups, I don't think.
I don't know. But I don't really talk to my siblings a ton. I don't live with them. Like seems like it happens in this situation, but like
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe. I mean, I could see it.
I'm a little bit like, why did Nora even include that scene in this book? Because it doesn't, as far as I can tell right now, it does nothing for the story.
I think it shows the other side of Faith's personality. That she's quick to react. She's quick to fly off the handle. She's quick to be selfish. But
I guess we've seen all of that her entire like character arc up until then.
Yeah. I guess. I don't see that as like a plot hole personally, but what do you guys think? Do you think that's a plot hole? Of Faith just like
I don't know if it's a plot hole. It just seems like it doesn't belong.
Yeah. I don't know. I think for Faith's personality, it makes sense for her to have such dramatic mood swings. Like it seems like that.
But what about him? For him to be like, it really, I am bothered by that scene because it just seems so childish.
I don't think he played into it as much as she did. I think he was just very lightly, like, kind of a little bit lightly acting childish, but not a ton. Not too much for his character, at least with his little sister. I mean, acting like that with his little sister, I think makes sense to me. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Any other thoughts about that scene or any other scenes? So I think we missed a lot of what we're talking about here, like because there's so much in those chapters. The money scene, and then the end. So now we're gonna go visit the dad. We're gonna try to find what are we doing there?
I can't remember. How did we end this?
I was surprised she decided to go with them.
I was too.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
Well, she feels like it's her responsibility to not let him do that alone. I mean,
I'm also surprised that he's going. What are they going to do again?
They're going to
give mom money. Can they not just deposit? Well, no, she probably doesn't have a checking account, mom.
Wait, money what?
I don't know. Why are they going to see the mom?
They're going to see the mom and the dad to find him and to figure out what's going on, right?
I don't think they're going to find the dad.
That's what I thought.
I feel like they're like, good riddance. Dad's gone, like whatever. I thought they were going to give the mom money.
I didn't think that at all. I thought they were trying to find him for probation. And to kind of ask questions about the sexual assault.
I mean, if they find him for probation, he's going to jail. So I don't think they want to find him. And I don't know that they would be the ones to go looking for him anyway. He could be anywhere. They're not going to waste all their time looking for him, I don't think.
I don't know. I think it's also because it's his sister. Like, he's like, I'm going to go kind of question my sister on her husband sexually assaulting someone. And I, kind of want, I don't know, their daughter to come with? Like, what? I'm confused by it. And I also think that, what was I going to say? I was going to say something and I just totally forgot it. I'm forgetting. Never mind.
I am surprised she's going to, though.
Yes. Mm-hmm. I think the scene was there to show us their what is that? I don't know what that word is. What's that word?
How detached the mother?
How detached the mother is from them. Okay, yeah. Comes in and is just, upset that they're being themselves. I'm not saying it's right, but, it's kind
Although I would be, too. If my grown adult children were screaming at each other upstairs while I was entertaining downstairs, I would go marching up there and be like, what is going on? Stop acting like children.
Yeah. I guess, yeah.
I would be like, we have company downstairs. This is not how we, one, this is not how we treat each other. Two, we have company.
But it was it really seemed like it was only about the company. It wasn't about how to treat each other. And then it's also her boyfriend. Like, it's not like she's having like some fancy pantsy dinner. Just her boyfriend's over.
Well, still, I wouldn't want my children arguing upstairs when my boyfriend was over. Not when we're respectable people, you know, the judge and the rich widow.
I guess, yeah.
We're respectable people.
Respectable people. Treats them in such a surface level, right? Or no?
Yeah, superficial.
Superficial.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, for sure.
That is true. Yes, like.
I mean, the fact that she has like she's not the nanny, like the housekeeper.
Yes.
Is really the one that's doing everything in the house.
Yeah. Caring
right?
for the children. Yeah. She's just like making sure everyone looks presentable and bribing people to leave town. Yeah. Yeah.
It does make me wonder what she does know, that she bribed them to leave town. Like she wanted them to leave town.
It seemed like she just wanted them gone because she didn't want that girl around her anymore. Or her family. Or Faith. Or Cade. That's how I saw it.
But I can't imagine Hope was coming around, or that Tori was going back over to their house, because she wasn't friends with Faith or Cade. Like she would have no reason to go back over there.
But it seems like she was in town and she just didn't want her near her at all.
Yeah.
In 82 or 80, she was murdered in oh my god. She was murdered in 82. So in 83 or 84, how far did $5,000 get you? Because $5,000 is not a lot of money today.
$5,000 would be a pretty good chunk of change in the 80s.
Okay.
Like candy bars were what, a quarter?
Yeah.
At the checkout. And now they're what, $2.50 or something.
Yeah. For like 6 or like what, 5 times, 6 times the amount prior? Yeah. So like $5,000. Today, $5,000 if you move somewhere, like you could probably pay first and last rent and like get set up there. Maybe pay 1 month's rent with that again after that, right? If you're living in a very poor area, right? Like if you're living in a very cheap area.
So like in the mid 70s, my mom's tax return for like 1976 said that her gross adjusted income, or whatever that line, like line number 1 on the form, was like $2,000
for the year.
For the year, she was a teacher. $2,000 for a high school teacher per year.
So today, what? How much are high school teachers making today? Maybe 40,000?
40, 50, 60.
Okay. Yeah. Wow. So $2,000.
It's remarkable that that's how much we lived. Like we lived on. My mom and we lived with my grandparents, so we didn't exactly live on it. But yeah, $2,000. I was like, I cannot believe that was your income for the whole year as a teacher, like an experienced teacher with years. You know, she'd been teaching for years. She wasn't like a brand new. This was her first year.
Yeah. That's crazy.
It's crazy, right? When you think that that's what the salary was.
$2,000. So they were going to be fined on that $5,000. Now she's doing $50,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is interesting that what did the dad do with the $5,000? Because apparently he didn't like.
He just gambled it or drunk it away, right?
Maybe.
Or maybe he bought bus tickets to go murder other children.
Maybe.
That's probably also what he could have done with it. If that's our.
I mean, I do feel like everything is in my mind of the story is pointing to it being him that's the murderer, and I feel like that. It's too early in the story for us to know that he's the murderer. So I don't think it's him. I think he's the red herring.
Okay. I feel like sometimes, like, we gotta think about her other murdering books with murderers. Who was the murderer in that book? I totally forget who the murderer in that book was. I don't know. I'm trying to think back on murderers in her books, and I just remember one time it was very much like I immediately was like, okay, this is happening right now. And then that was like a big plot twist at the end that person was the killer. And I'm like, I knew that from page 25. Like,
Right. That is true. I feel like we do sort of guess. Nora Roberts is not known for the ones that we've read. It hasn't been like a big twist.
No, but in what book was it? In uh Angel's Fall or Angel Falls, either one. I forget the title. The murder in that was a huge surprise. I was absolutely not expecting it to be that person, and then it was, and I'm like, that's crazy. So I guess it depends on the book. That book's also older too, so it is pretty. I think it's 5 years after this one, so maybe this one will be the crazy plot twist. I don't know. I am interested to see what's going to happen next. So are we done for today, or are we able to do any more? Because it is 40.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. If we have to be done at the top of this hour, I guess we're probably done.
Yeah.
Unless we want to try to read one more chapter. I don't know. Mika, Lily, what do you think?
Yeah, let us know, guys, what you can do. Because you're a little bit ahead of Vivian.
Yeah, you're an hour ahead of me.
So we're on chapter 14. The next part starts at chapter 21. So 21 is the first chapter after the next part. Do we want to do any homework, or do we want to? Until we haven't done homework in a long while.
We haven't, and we have like 5 days, a whole weekend.
True. Yeah.
So we could do homework, and then we could start off on Wednesday talking about what we read over the weekend.
True.
And then get another round of reading in and talking. And then that would put us a little bit ahead.
So if we do like 3 chapters every day, so like, say we did like, I don't know, how many chapters are in the book? Let me check that out without spoiling anything. Hold on 1 second. Okay. I think the last chapter is, that's not the page, 29.
I have a chapter 30.
Chapter 30, yes. Chapter 30. Okay. So I think I like the idea of homework Mika is saying. Okay, so let's figure out what we want to do there. So we still have 2 more weeks left of the month, like 2 more days we sprint, like 2 more sections, or just 1. Yeah, we have 2 more. So we have 4 more sprints left in the month. If we did like 27 through 30 on one day, and then 23, which would lead us back to like 20.
So, I think we should read all the way through chapter 20, through this next section.
I actually totally agree with that. I think we should read all the way, I agree, through chapter 20 into Hope, and then we should be able to finish that.
Stop when we get to Hope.
Yes, stop before Hope, and then we will jump back in and talk about all of that. That'll be nice, because I'm really excited to find out what happens next. So,
yeah, and I feel like that's a good chunk to like read.
Yeah.
At one time to like really be in it, right?
Yes.
Or 2 times, whatever. I mean, we don't have to read it at one time. I probably will, but yeah, I think that's a good plan.
Agreed.
And it will put us like on track probably to finish it this month.
Yeah. What do y'all think? Do y'all think that's a good idea to read the next what? 6 chapters?
4, 5, 6, 7 chapters.
Yeah, 7 chapters.
15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 7 chapters.
Okay.
Yeah. But it definitely puts us on track.
Yes. We have so many days to finish. Yes, to finish before the month ends, or right on the last part of the month. Yeah.
Yeah. Is that too much homework for you guys?
It's not too much homework for me, no. But I do have a lot of reading to do the next week, but I don't think it's too much homework. I think I was gonna suggest that, but I'm like, it might be too much to say that. Like, I don't want to be like,
I know. When you pull it out like that, it seems like it's a lot. 7 chapters seems like it's a lot. But we have like 5 or 6 days, almost a week. Yeah, we have 6 days
yeah,
to do it. And some of those days are weekends.
true, yeah. I think we're good, and so does Mika.
Okay, that's good.
Lily, since
I'm
you've
gonna
never
have to take notes though. I'm gonna have to take notes.
Yes, and I just annotated a little bit, so I might have to annotate a little bit as we read, which I normally don't do. Now, so for Lily, you've never been here when we do homework before, so basically what we do is we just read a little bit in between. It's not that complicated. So we'll read from chapter 14 through chapter 20, and then before next Wednesday comes, and then we'll talk about it like normal homework in school. I thought it was gonna be more complicated to explain, but I think it's pretty simple. It's pretty, you see the word homework, you know exactly what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll talk, then we'll read again, and then we'll talk more. That gives us 2 talking and 1 reading next Wednesday.
Which is normally we like to do that anyway. So
yeah.
Okay. Anything else we have to say before we head out for tonight?
No. Have a good weekend.
Me neither. You guys too. Have a nice fun weekend, and happy reading. I'll see y'all on Wednesday on Vivian's channel.
Yes, I'll schedule it right now.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Cool. Okay. See y'all then. Bye bye. Have a nice weekend. Bye.